Wisconsin is home to 11 different tribal governments, and several different languages are present. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation now offers dual language road signs on these tribal lands, welcoming travelers to tribal communities in English and native languages. The very first dual language sign was installed in November of 2021 on the Red Cliff Reservation.
Hey, bonjour ka kina. Shingway Banais, Minawa, Kwerini, Ganay Gabo, Nindi Dudame, Gate Name, Minawa, O Gab Mesquabicong. Jaganashi, my English name is Marvin Defoe. And in our language, I said, I'm in Red Cliff. And we say in our language, Ga Mesquabicong. Ga Mesquabicong. Does it translate just to Red Cliff? No. What it means, Ga, is kind of like plenty of. Mesquabicong is red, something that's red, like a rock. And Kong is like a place. So it's it's very descriptive. A lot of words in our language are very descriptive. So you look around here now, you look behind me now, do you see any red? No, Gawin. So how you see that is we're very unique. We're very unique as some of the major mode of transportation in the area wasn't roads. You know, it wasn't roads. We did a lot of traveling on the waterways, a lot of traveling on the lake, rivers, etc., etc. So if you're out in the lake in a G-man in a canoe, and the sun is coming up, the sun is coming up and it glows then on the shoreline. The shoreline is going to glow red. It's going to glow because along the shoreline here in Mesquabicong we got about 22 miles of shoreline, and a lot of the shoreline is going to be red cliffs. It's going to be rocks. It's going to be cliffs. So it's just gonna glow, just glow red. So that's where our name, which describes our community, Mesquabicong, is a place that is plentiful of red rocks. So if you can imagine of how we traveled around on this land, it's just amazing. Now we have roads and we have cars and freeways and what have you. But take that away from your mind sometimes. Take that away. How do you think we traveled on this land? Maybe walk. Roads haven't been around a long time. The major mode of transportation in our area right here was the lake, the water, the streams. Probably look at 300-400 years ago, we never had semi-trucks. We had a lot of influence in on the trails and the roads, through the state too, because a lot of these roads followed our trails, followed our indigenous trails. For an example, from here, Red Cliff up to Superior, Duluth, there wasn't no Highway 13. There was a trail, a walking trail. And we've had people from here, Gordon's, he was the mail delivery. He'd run from Red Cliff all the way up to Superior on this trail. Get the mail, come back. There was no Highway 13, but on that trail. Well, you see today, there's a highway, but that was the trail that he went on.